Dear Dr. Nelson, Director General for the Rwanda Basic Education Board. We are also waiting for the Honorable Mayor who will come shortly. We will acknowledge him. We also have, I think, the Country Director for the MasterCard Foundation who will be attending on the live streaming. Dear District Directors of Education, Rwamagana, heads of schools, partners in education, colleagues, all protocols observed. It is with great pleasure and immense joy that I welcome you all to the Agahozo-Shalom Youth Village. This day is one that we have been dreaming of and preparing for a very long time. And finally, it is happening. The essence of this program is rooted in being able to present to all children of Rwanda a world of opportunity that unlocks immense potential for success in each and every one of them. At ASYV, at Agahozo-Shalom, we have a saying, if we cannot take our children to the world, we can bring the world to them. In today's world of education, we believe that this can only be achieved by embracing the use of technology in teaching and learning. When COVID-19 hit the world and Rwanda in particular, our lives were disrupted. However, opportunities arose for us to rethink the way we do things and live our lives. When we speak of the adoption of technology tools in teaching and learning, we are talking of the opportunity to use what is already at our disposal and access what would have otherwise been outside our reach. It is being in Kigali and accessing the same teaching material as a teacher in London. It is our students in Rutsiro having equal access to information and research as students in the schools of New York City. The adoption of ICT tools in teaching and learning is the first steps in creating an equitable world in education. Dear Director General, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the MasterCard Foundation for its unceasing support for growth and development in education. At the MasterCard Foundation, they understand the critical role and influence of a teacher in the life of a student. Through their COVID-19 Resilience and Recovery Program, this dream became possible. Thank you to them for believing in something that wasn't anything more than a vision and a concept at a time. I would also like to take this moment to express my gratitude to the Ministry of Education and particularly here to the Rwanda Basic Education Board for the support and the validation of this dream. Through this training program, we hope to contribute in our own way to the country's push for a better education and equitable access to quality learning and teaching. We are also grateful to our partners in the birth and growth of this idea, Gashora Girls Academy of Science and Technology. A year ago, we benefited from their expertise and training, and our teachers have since adopted ICT tools in their classrooms. Today, we are collaborating to give more schools the opportunity to achieve their targets and goals. And none of this will ever be possible without you, our primary partner in the execution of this national goal of improving the education system. We are in this together, and I hope today and the following weeks will be productive and constructive to us all. To our very dear heads of school, thank you for gracing us with your presence today. If you are here, it's because you believe that your teachers will improve your students' learning outcomes. It is because you want your students to develop their critical thinking abilities. It is because you want them to be curious and to become problem solvers. It is because you want him or her to compete for a scholarship program to study in a university or a TVET of his or her choice. It is because you believe that you are preparing him or her for the job of the future. Our teachers are at the front line of education. We are immensely grateful to all of our teachers, and we cannot thank you enough for being the leaders that support the teachers in Rwanda. Once again, welcome to the Agahozo-Shalom Youth Village and to the Education Resilience Program. Murakoze cyane. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Arakoze cyane umuyobozi mukuru w'Agahozo-Shalom Youth Village ku ikaze n'ijambo ryo gushimira batanze. Mu magambo make ashimiye abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye bose turimo turakorana, ari amashuri muhagarariye, ari Gashora Girls Academy, ari REB, Mineduc ndetse na Mastercard Foundation, kuko icyo twese twifuza n'icyo dushaka kugeraho ni ukubona iterambere ry'abana ry'abanyeshuri bacu binyuze mu mikoranire myiza hagati y'amashuri n'abarimu, ndetse binyuze no mu mikoresherezwe y'ikoranabuhanga mu myigishirize n'imyigire y'abana. Hano mu Agahozo-Shalom hari ikintu twamaze kubona bikurikije umurimo dukora. Ngira ngo twari turi kumwe mu gitondo niho nabwiye gake ndababwira nti twakira abana baturutse hirya no hino mu gihugu, abana banyuze mu buzima butandukanye cyane. Twaje kumenya ko ababa mu Agahozo-Shalom, abakozi b'Agahozo-Shalom, twe ntitujye tuvuga ko ari abarimu, tuvuga ko ari abarezi, kubera ko twaje gusanga nubwo ubwarimu ari ukwigisha amasomo yo mu ishuri, uburezi buzamo no kumenya ko ari ugufasha umuntu wese wuzuye birenze n'amasomo yo ku ishuri. Kandi ikindi kintu twasobanukiwe nuko buryo uburezi atari umurimo, ni umuhamagaro. So niyo mpamvu twaba dushaka inzira zose zishoboka kugira ngo dufashe abarimu bacu, abarezi bacu gutera imbere no kugera ku byo bifuza kugeraho mu rwego rwo kwigisha ku mashuri yacu ndetse no mu rwego rw'intego z'igihugu muri rusange. So ndagira ngo muri aka kanya tudatinze twakire ijambo ry'uhagarariye Mastercard Foundation, Country Director wayo mu Rwanda. Agiye kubashimira no kubakira no kubabwira impamvu bifuje gukorana n'amashuri yo mu Rwanda muri iki gikorwa cyo guteza imbere uburezi. Hanyuma nyuma ye ndaza kwakira Atete Rugege aze kutunyuriramo muri iyi project ikivuze, ikigamije, icyatumye tubikora, igitumye uyu munsi tubirimo, kugira ngo muze kumenya neza imvo n'imvano y'iki gikorwa. Murakoze cyane.
It's a real pleasure to be here with you today. I wish I could be there physically, but I promise to be able to come in the coming future and be with you all. Being invited at this launch of the Education Resilience Program. Good morning, everybody. Mwaramutseho. It's a real pleasure to be here with you today. I wish I could be there physically, but I promise to be able to come in the coming future and be with you all. Being invited at this launch of the Education Resilience Program with Agahozo-Shalom is a real honor for us. Indeed, this is part of our Mastercard Foundation COVID-19 Recovery and Resilience Program, which we started since last year, and it has many goals, and one of them is enabling the adoption of e-learning and the use of digital solutions in our everyday life. And today we are particularly excited to see this program begin. Throughout the pandemic, it became clear the importance of technology being at the center of e-learning. It allowed thousands and thousands of students here in Rwanda to continue learning. And this will continue to be in our everyday life. So we just wanted to share with you maybe 3 things that we see being critical as part of this program. One is the importance of technology in the use of e-learning, and also the importance of technology in the workforce. So the ability of the education system to be relevant at this time is critical, and it starts with teachers. We strongly believe that teachers are at the forefront of this transition towards the use of modern technology in teaching, which means teaching using modern technologies, but also preparing the teaching material using technology. So this is exciting for us. The second thing is the importance of women using technology. We are aware that currently there is a gap. And through this program and our partnership, we will be paying critical attention in preparing young women as students, as well as female teachers, to learn, acquire the skills of using modern technologies. But this will be also beyond the use of technologies as academic material preparation, and we'll be looking as well at emotional and personal development, because we think this is very important. And it will also continue to prepare the young students coming out of secondary school, finally, which is our last point, is how important secondary school is in the transition to the workforce. All the data that we have, and here in Rwanda, we see that a lot of students will be joining the workforce from secondary education, hence the importance of equipping them with the right skills, the right tools, the mindset to be ready for the world of work. So it's very, very exciting once again to be here with all of you. I look forward to being able to visit and to be physically with all of you. In the meantime, once again, congratulations to Agahozo-Shalom Youth Village, Gashora Girls Academy for this launch, and thank you to the Ministry of Education for your leadership in making all this work possible. Thank you.
kubaganiriza babwire gato ese iki gitekerezo cyaturutse he, cyatewe n'iki, turifuza iki, turabona bimeze bite, kugira ngo dukomeze muri ubufatanye. Atete, you're welcome. So mu gihe Atete yitegura rero gutangira, ndagira ngo nsabe abantu bose batakoze registration nituza kujya muri break, please muze kunyura hariya hanze mu registering. Hari imyirondoro na information dukeneye kugira ngo tuze gufasha abantu muri gahunda zo gutaha nimugoroba. So uwo atarabikoze wese aze kuganira mu mwanya tujya muri break. Murakoze cyane.
Research has shown that in all over the world, the best teachers
Morning,
in the world,
everybody.
they
How are you
have
today?
something in common, and that thing is the plan.
It gives me great pleasure.
Every time a teacher is going to teach,
As a fellow head of school,
that needs to have a way.
our progress at Gashora in terms of incorporating ICT in schools, but more importantly, how amazing it is to work with each other, to reach a point of collaboration. Today we're here because 2 schools came together to collaborate. So if you can go to the first slide, please. 21st century learning beyond high school. We heard from MasterCard Foundation that we are literally the channel for the generation that is coming. We are going to empower the workforce of Rwanda. When we asked ourselves these questions, we realized that we are not doing these things. We need to do better. We were using blackboards and chalk, but still calling ourselves a STEM school. When it came to ASYV has many years worked diligently to provide a holistic education for its students, developing programs that raise their students' confidence and demonstrated that they can be successful in all spheres of life. They also have invested in various professional development training for their team of teachers to support their programs, including adoption of new technologies to enhance teaching. When, as JC said, when the pandemic hit, SYV was led themselves to question, how can we, during a pandemic, improve our systems and ensure that we are resilient through this new crisis? So it was really out of Gashora 5 years ago saying, how can we improve? How can we really be a STEM school? And how can we reflect that we're a STEM school? And the team led by Theophile, our deputy head of school, really systematically went through changing mindset, changing the way in which and style in which we taught. And by the time the pandemic hit, I can assure everyone who is here that we had a seamless transition to online learning. It was not because every student had a device or had access to internet. It was because when they were in school, we made use of those technologies and tools to ensure that they are aware and able to use them. So the struggle became getting them infrastructure, devices, phones to be able to do online learning. So when we had a meeting, a discussion with JC last year, we said, how can we come together and support his team to do the same? And this is where the partnership began. As you can see, we started with ASYV and GAST. When it was successful, when we were gelling and we felt like we were making some progress, and the fact that we were teachers supporting teachers, we realized, why can't we go and see if our government would, help us and guide us on how we can continue to share with other schools. And we are very grateful to Mineduc and Reb for the support and the guidance through the process to ensure that we align ourselves with the overall strategy. Once we had support from our government and the ministry, we then turned to how are we going to then make sure that the project works. We need resources. And thankfully, MasterCard Foundation was very excited, as you just heard from Rika, to see this project work. And now we're on another line of partnership, which is with all of you as schools. So having heard the story of how we have come to be where we are today, I want to give you a bit of a project overview. With COVID-19 bringing to the forefront the need for a more resilient education system focused on students' long-term success, SYV and GAS partnered to see how we could continue to strengthen teaching and learning in Rwanda through a different channel, peer-to-peer teacher training. Working in partnership with the Ministry of Education, Reb and MasterCard, as you said, the plan for this project is to train 450 teachers in digital classroom technologies and interactive teaching methodologies. The training will be holistic, so it will not just have only components of ICT, but we will also have additional training on many of the health and career readiness facing youth today. This is one of the strengths of ASYV, and we are looking forward, myself, to participating in that training. The project will train teachers to integrate information, communication technology into their lessons, digitizing their notes, content, while giving students new ways to interact with each other via different platforms. But what we are really excited about as ASYV and Gashora is that the project will most importantly build a collaborative network of teachers that will improve our culture of working together within our schools and our fellow schools, which is you as our partners. Good, next. So this just basically shows the theory of change. It shows that we engage stakeholders. From there, we want to now have the actual training. And from there, we expect all of our teachers and schools to develop digital content for the school. And then, of course, we want to monitor and evaluate. One thing that we have been requested by Miniduk and REB is that as we go along, we must document. We must really show and write what are we doing, what was successful, so that we continue to grow and improve as time goes on. So, of course, this really just defines what is under the MasterCard Foundation project, and the initial outputs, which of course is going to be teachers successfully trained in digital classroom technologies, teachers successfully trained in student-centered teaching methodologies, and teachers successfully trained in life skills and curriculum. Then we'll have the short-term outcomes and the intermediate outcomes, with really having an impact linked to MasterCard's initial request in line with COVID-19 and resilience in education. I've not dwelled too much on that. That's really just the overall broad view of the project. But what are we really going to do then? ICT training will include things like the use of Microsoft programs like Office 365, OneDrive, OneNote, Forms, Sway, Lens, Yammer, SharePoint, as well as applications like Google Classroom and Quizlet. This will then lead the program to improve the communication between teacher and student, enhance access to educational content by converting paper-based lessons, plans, and exercises into cloud-based material. This is what we want the teachers to at least leave having the ability to do by the time they come back to the schools. Under life skills, we'll examine many of the health and career readiness questions facing young people in Rwanda today. Teachers will familiarize themselves with topics like sexual and reproductive health, gender-based violence prevention, mental health, foundational employment and entrepreneurship skills, and potential career pathways. So this part, I'm also excited, and our teachers will also participate to learn from ASYV, who have really been able to hone and come up with a great curriculum that enhances their programs through life skills programs. Next. Just to assure everyone, as we all run schools with a national curriculum, it's very important for us to align whatever we are doing with the overall strategy of government in terms of education, but in terms of other areas of the workforce and who we are building and training and growing for the future of Rwanda. So the three key areas of the strategic plan for the Ministry of Education are promote access to education at all levels, improve quality of education and training, strengthening the relevance of education and training, all aligned to meet market demands. So how are we promoting access to education at all levels through this program that we are launching? ICT and innovation are key to meeting today's market needs. We all know that. By improving ICT skills of teachers and students, we automatically increase access to education. As we start seeing more and more schools, including some of our universities, opening satellite universities across the continent. By improved ICT skills, there will be a better access and use of educational resources at secondary level. How are we going to improve quality of education and training? This training will improve student participation and engagement, thus improving the overall active learning. Through the training, teachers will enhance their teaching and learning methodology. In everything, whatever the cases as technology moves, phones are able to do more, we also have to adapt. And that's exactly what is going to be happening with the opportunity for this training for our teachers. And finally, how are we strengthening and relevant in this training? By increasing the use of ICT in learning, we improve students' research and innovation skills that meet today's market needs. Rwanda is building itself into an innovation hub and a knowledge-based economy. It is critical that our students gain the skills and ability to do research consistently, and that is going to require us to not only show them how, but to make available the resources and the knowledge to do so. Finally, this phase is phase 1. This project is going to go for 3 years. So during phase 1, during this period, we are going to train 180 teachers, part of your teachers. The teachers that we chose, 3 from each school, we asked for teachers who would be from different departments. We didn't want just the ICT teacher to come. We want to see teachers who are teaching English, humanities, and other subjects to show that this should be across the board change and not be continuous for us to continually see ICT as a subject and really view it as a tool. But you might be asking yourselves, okay, well and good, our teachers are coming tomorrow, they're going to be trained. What happens after the training? Are we just going to tick a box and it ends there? No. The team that you see, you will meet under Telfil and Ian and Alois will be making site visits to the schools, to your schools, where they will meet with you, check in and see how things are going, and they will also do some observations to be able to provide tips and suggestions and recommendations on how we can continue to improve. So we don't want to train and leave everybody high and dry. We want to continue to collaborate. This is not a follow-up or checking, but really a way of us continuing to support the schools. Documentation, I mentioned in passing, documentation is critical for us to ensure that we continue to make sure we are doing better and better every year. We shall be collecting data to ensure that we are able to document and track progress of each school. You sharing information helps us to improve in the way we support and deliver the project to you. Networking, this is critical. We need our teachers who are going to be trained and working together to network. Each group will be divided into small groups of 15 and 20 and be connected to mentors from our schools. So it's very important that this aspect of the project continues to happen. On our side, we are showing that we will be connecting through WhatsApp and the other platforms that we are going to be trained on to be able to share information, to be able to even share a PowerPoint presentation to say, I have this topic, who can advise me where I can get great content to easily use in my school? And so active participation, collaboration of trained teachers with mentors from GAS and SYP will be happening and is one of the most important and critical parts of the project. So I will end there. I hope that I've been able to give you a little bit of an insight and overview of what this project plans to do, where we started, why we started, and when we have an opportunity to network and talk, I hope that we'll be able to share more if you have any questions. I do love this statement by Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I hope that this is the beginning of us working together to see how we can maybe not change the world, but at least change our world here in Rwanda. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Atete. Arakoze cyane kugira ngo binyuzemo make ababwiye ko iyi program izarangira umwaka wa 2023, program izamara imyaka 2, ikaba iteganyije kuzahugura abarimu bose hamwe 450 baturutse hirya no hino mu gihugu, ariko icyiciro cya mbere kiri butangire uyu munsi nimugoroba kikaba kiza kuba kirimo abarimu 90 n'abandi 90 bazabakurikirana ibyumweru 2. So n'abantu mu mwaka tuzahugura abarimu 180 baturutse mu bigo by'amashuri n'uturere muhagarariye. So turaza kugenda tubiganiraho, tuzagira umwanya wo kubinyuramo no kubiganiraho kurushaho. Nimufashe twakire Dr. Christine Liza Nitila, akaba ari head of department of ICTE at REV. She has been our counterpart with REV, which has been part of us putting together this program. Please give her a round of applause for me. Welcome to the festival. Ndumva rero bidatinze tugiye gukomeza nk'uko twabibabwiye, ariko mbere yaho nagira ngo mbabwire iyi link dushyize hano, twagira ngo abifuza kuyandika, habaye hari abantu bifuza gukurikirana ibikorwa turimo hano batari hano, batari kumwe natwe. Nk'uko twabivuze, turimo turakoresha ICT muri byose. Muri aka kanya ibiganiro ndetse n'ibikorwa turimo hano birimo biranyura kuri iyi link ya YouTube. Ababa bari hirya no hino mu gihugu bashobora kubikurikirana, muri network zanyu cyangwa bagenzi banyu batari kumwe namwe hano, mushobora kubibasangiza bakaba bakurikirana igikorwa turimo. Nk'uko rero twabivuze, kugira ngo dukomeze na gahunda, kugira ngo muri aka kanya nakire
among our students in the village. And just after 1 year of its introduction to school, the number of unplanned pregnancies dropped to 0 from an average of 3 to 5 pregnancies per year. And we continuously observe increased awareness about mental health and coping mechanisms. And we've had good gains in the area of gender equity, such as, for example, having the first female student government president last year, to having more girls getting involved in male-dominated areas such as leadership, games, music, photography, and arts. The Mastercard Foundation Education Resilience Program is all about sharing best practices. And without the Agahozo-Shalom Youth Village has something to share with you and other like-minded partners like you regarding career planning and life skills education in secondary schools. When we were designing this unprecedented program, we were very intentional at putting career planning and life skills education at the center, because we share the same belief that when young people are healthy, they can go on to become successful in everything they set their mind to. Again, designing this program we thought of 3 major patterns. One is the number of young girls who drop out of secondary school due to unplanned pregnancies. Number 2 is how young people's mental health is currently at stake due to drug abuse, media influence, and other contributing factors. And mind you, according to WHO, the number of suicide attempts among young people is increasing in an unprecedented rate. And number 3, gender inequities, cases of abuse, gender-based violence, led in our communities are significantly increasing, which affects girls and women. Think about this now. According to an article published by the New Times in July this year, 98,000 plus teenagers gave birth in the last 4 years. And 85% of those come from secondary school students. Of course, this affects the dropout rate in schools. COVID-19 has worsened the situation. In April 2020, just months into the pandemic, the UN declared gender-based violence and human rights violation as shadow pandemics, referring to the global increase in the issues amid the COVID-19 pandemic. These issues are alarming, and we need to act now. Teachers can be game changers and trusted partners in this fight due to the simple fact that they are the first contact with students and most trusted people in the education space. And that is why this program is tailored to empower school teachers with skills and knowledge around key life skills intervention areas, which are sexual and reproductive health, mental health, gender equity and prevention of drug abuse. And we have the ultimate goal to help create or strengthen already existing life skills and health clubs at their respective schools. Career planning and life skills training, part of the Education Resilience Program, is a 2-day interactive and knowledge-sharing workshop for teachers who will go on to share the learnings with students and other educators at their schools of origin. It is very important to note that life skills education complements Rwanda Education Board's comprehensive sexuality education and other health education initiatives in secondary schools in Rwanda. And we believe that if these students are provided with necessary knowledge, skills and tools about their sexual life and mental health, they are more likely to make informed decisions about their own health and lead lives of meaning and become responsible citizens. As I address you, esteemed heads of school, I hope that part of your call of action today will feature strong commitment to supporting your teachers to strengthen career planning and life skills education in your schools as a simple way to help our students live healthy lives and address above-mentioned public health threats. Through education, sharing knowledge, challenging and disrupting positively some of the social and cultural norms affecting lives of girls and women. We also commit as Agahozo-Shalom Youth Village and our partners, namely Agahozo Girls Academy, through this Mastercard Foundation Support Program, to provide necessary support and to follow up with you on the implementation and fulfillment of this commitment by 2023. Many thanks for your promised partnership in this. I thank you so much.
arakoze cyane Kabogo Janvier ngira ngo nk'uko bivuze rero ntabwo twavuga iby'ubumenyi ntabwo twavuga ibyo kwiga mu ishuri ngo ntituvuge ku buzima bw'umwana ntituvuge ku mibereho ye niyo mpamvu mu mahugurwa azatangwa hazabamo n'agaruka ku bijyanye no gufasha umwana muri rusange bitari no kumwigisha mu ishuri gusa hakazabamo kuganira ku bijyanye n'uburyo zimwe mu ngingo z'ingenzi tujya tuganiriza abana nazo zahabwa agaciro mu myigishirize n'imyigire y'abana harimo n'ibijyanye n'ubuzima bw'imyororokere ibijyanye n'ubuzima bwiza bwo mu mutwe ibijyanye no gukoresha ibiyobyabwenge n'uko abana babyirinda ibijyanye n'ihohoterwa iryo ari ryo ryose ndetse n'ibyo twita uburinganire myigire mu buzima ndetse no kubategura ubuzima bw'ejo hazaza nyuma y'ishuri. So ibyo byose bizaza mu biganiro bizaganirwaho kumenya ngo ese muri iyi myigishirize gukoresha ikoranabuhanga muri ubu buryo dushaka kugeraho nk'igihugu muri iyi nzira dufite yo guteza imbere ireme ry'uburezi ni gute nabyo twabyigisha kuko mu by'ukuri ushobora kwigisha amasomo yo mu ishuri ariko tugakomeza guhura n'ikibazo cy'abana bata ishuri impamvu zitandukanye cyangwa abana bahura n'ibibazo bitandukanye bigatuma babasha gutera imbere muri ya myigire mu ishuri twavugaga. Ni gute rero umwana twamureba nk'ikiremwamuntu cyuzuye tugatekereza ku bwonko bwe ubwenge bwe imikurire ye n'ibindi bitandukanye byamugiraho ingaruka. So arakoze cyane Janvier kugira ngo muri aka kanya nagira ngo mufashe kwakira Dr. Christine Bizamwitira akaba nawe agiye kutubwira ku ruhande rwa rw'ikigo gishinzwe uburezi mu gihugu ese ni uwuhe mumaro wo kuba twafata umwanya nk'abarezi nk'abarimu wo kwicara ngo tuganire ku ikoreshwa ry'ikoranabuhanga mu myigishirize n'imyigire y'abana. Dr. Christine, you're welcome.
bashinzwe uburezi mu turere n'abandi mwese muteraniye hano mu byubahiro byanyu ndabaramukije. Nishimiye kuba hano ndetse no gutanga ikiganiro gitoya ku bijyanye n'ikoranabuhanga mu burezi nk'igice kimwe mu bigize icyo nakwita iyi porogaramu cyangwa se umushinga Agahozo-Shalom igiye kutugezaho mu mashuri atandukanye mu gihe cy'imyaka 3. ikiganiro gitoya kiribanda ku ikoranabuhanga mu burezi ubwaryo mu Rwanda, politike yaryo aho tugeze, ndetse by'umwihariko uruhare rw'umwarimu muri iyo gahunda. Ubundi politike y'ikoranabuhanga mu burezi yemejwe mu 2016, ikaba by'umwihariko mu mashuri y'ibanze yisumbuye, twibanda ku bintu bitatu bikurikira. Hari ugutanga ibikoresho by'ikoranabuhanga ari byo twita learning devices. Muranyihanganira, sinzi niba buri muntu wese uri hano yumva ikinyarwanda, ariko ubwo ndabivanga. Hanyuma nyuma yo gutanga ibikoresho by'ikoranabuhanga byibanda cyane cyane kuri mudasobwa, hakurikiraho gutanga umuyoboro wa internet mu mashuri, hagakurikiraho ndetse noneho no gukora amasomo akwiriye, twita ngo ni digital content, yo gukoreshwa mu mashuri bifashishije bya bikoresho twavuze mbere by'ikoranabuhanga. Ndetse ayo masomo hari inshuro nyinshi ndetse na menshi akaboneka ku murongo wa internet. Navuga ko ari izo nkingi eshatu z'umwihariko ziri mu byo REB ishinzwe kugeza ku mashuri kugira ngo ikoranabuhanga mu burezi ritere imbere. Ku bijyanye n'icyerekezo, mu by'ukuri icyo tugamije ni ukugira ngo dutange amasomo ashoboka yose aturutse impande zose, kugira ngo ireme ry'uburezi ryiyongere, kubera ko turi kubona amasomo aturutse ahantu hatandukanye. Ndetse tubashe no kwigisha ibyo twita ngo ni ubumenyi rusange bwo mu kinyejana cya 21, ibyo twita learning skills, birimo kumenya kuvuga, communication ishobora kutaba kuvuga gusa ku munwa. Nimvuga kuvuga, hari no gukoresha amarenga n'ibindi bitandukanye, icyo ari cyo cyose cyatuma umuntu avugana n'undi. Ikindi ni kumenya gukorana nta nyamwigendaho, burya umutwe umwe wifasha gusara. Icyo ni collaboration, ikintu cy'ingenzi muri kino kinyejana, kugira ngo abantu bagere ku bintu bishyitse bisaba ko bakorana. Ikindi ni noneho abantu bari kubasha gukorana, baravugana, ndamenya icyo uvuga, ndumva icyo uvuga, ndabona ibyo ukora, ntangire kubitekerezaho mu buryo byamfasha kubinoza kurusha. Hazemo ibyo twita ngo ni critical thinking. Iyo ntangiye gutekereza ku cyo wowe uri gukora kugira ngo ndebe ko nakinoza, biramfasha gutekereza ikindi kintu gishya. Icyo gishya ni ya creativity noneho ije mu bumenyi bwa kane, mu bijyanye n'ubumenyi bune bukenewe cyane muri kino kinyejana. Noneho mpereye ku byo nawe wakoze, ngira icyo nongeraho, himbe ibishya, ari byo twita innovation. Ndumva twakomeza kugeza ubu mu bijyanye no gushyira mu bikorwa iriya politike. Tugenda dutanga ibikoresho by'ikoranabuhanga, ndavuga muri make nk'aho tugeze mu mashuri yisumbuye. Tugeze ku mashuri 852 nibura amaze kugira smart classroom. Tumaze kugera ku mashuri 852 nanone nibura afite umurongo wa internet, ndetse amasomo ari digital turayabona ku murongo wa internet wa e-learning, umurongo wa REB. Tugakomeza noneho wenda ndetse icy'ingenzi cyane kinareba iyi programu, ubundi impinduka zose ziba ku ishuri ziba ziyobowe n'umwarimu. Mbese umwarimu atari ku isonga simpamya ko byapfa gukunda. Niyo mpamvu twibanda guhugura abarimu kugira ngo bagire ubushobozi buhagije, noneho bwa bushobozi bafite ubwo babuduhere n'abana nabo bazavemo abantu bazagirira akamaro igihugu. Mu guhugura abarimu rero, by'umwihariko ku bijyanye n'ikoranabuhanga mu burezi, hari amasomo agenerwa abarimu. Hari isomo twita ngo ni UNESCO ICT CFT, ni Competence Framework for Teachers. Harimo ubumenyi butandukanye buri hariya, sinzi niba bigaragara neza. Hari mbere na mbere hari ubumenyi bw'ibanze, hagakurikizaho knowledge, knowledge deepening, hakaza na knowledge creation. Simbijyamo muri detail, ariko nibura ndibanda ku kintu. Hari akantu k'ubururu kari hagati ndetse gasobanuye hirya. Noneho mu ishuri ni gute umwarimu akoresha ikoranabuhanga yigisha abana ndetse abafasha kugira ngo nabo baze kwiga bakoresheje rya koranabuhanga. Ayo mahugurwa afite curriculum yayo, afite n'igitabo. Hari porogaramu twatangiye y'imyaka 3, bimaze umwaka, twibanda kugira ngo nibura buri mwarimu w'amashuri yisumbuye iyo gahunda izamugereho. Ubu ndumva hamaze kunyuramo abarimu 8, hagiye kubaho abandi 5 byo mu myaka iri imbere bose bazaba bagezweho. Mu by'ukuri gahunda itangira dufite abarimu 24, ariko mubizi twabonye abandi barimu bashya, amashuri yiyongereye. Dufite abarimu b'amashuri yisumbuye 29,400. Abo barimu bandi barengaho nibo izi programme nshya zigenda ziza zidufasha kugira ngo nabo bagerweho, kuko wenda mu igenamigambi twari dufite aka kanya twari tutarabageraho. Ndetse nkaba mbishimira Agahozo-Shalom Youth Village kuko ari abafatanyabikorwa baje kugira ngo twihutishe noneho na ya mahugurwa agere ku bandi bashya bari baje wenda batari bari bateganijwe vuba hashoboka. Numva tuhakomeza. Iyo programme niyo navugaga yo guhugura abarimu y'imyaka 3. Bakomeza. Hanyuma Agahozo-Shalom muri iyi programme ya Education Resilience ikabije complementinga kugira ngo nibura tugere ku bandi benshi baruta abo twari dufite muri gahunda. Hanyuma wenda navuga muri rusange ubundi se kuki tujya mu bya ICT, kuki turi kuyikangurira abantu. Buri muntu wese navuga ngo afite icyo abiziho, wenda abona ko ari ngombwa cyane cyane muri ibi bihe bya COVID, aho usanga imirimo yose ikorwa hifashishwa ikoranabuhanga. Ariko by'umwihariko twebwe nk'igihugu gishaka kugira ubukungu bushingiye ku baturage bafite ubumenyi n'ubushobozi bwo gukora ibintu bitandukanye byabateza imbere. Ni ukuvuga ngo dushingira ku byo twita impinduramatwara cyangwa revolution industrielle, impinduramatwara z'ubukungu. Kugeza ubu tuvuga ko hamaze kuba enye. Hari ya mbere yabaye mu myaka y'1700 kugera muri 1800, iri hariya hasi. Wasangaga abantu bari gushaka uburyo babona ingufu wenda z'amashanyarazi, bazamura amazi mu butaka bagashyiraho birya byuma byose, bakayazamura wenda mu ndobo, hakaba hari umuntu hejuru uri gukurura ku mugozi, ibintu biri mekanike ukuntu bikagenda byigira imbere, bakabasha wenda gushyiraho amashanyarazi, noneho aya mashanyarazi akajya tuzamurira y'amazi urugero, cyangwa se niba ari kandagira ukarabe ugakandagizaho ikirenge akameneka ugakaraba, nyuma biza kugira imbere ku mpinduramatwara nk'iya 3. Noneho amazi hakajyaho nka robine uko ikoze, noneho ugafungura ugakaraba, bikaba byoroshye cyane. Ariko ubu noneho hariho na robine ugenda guca uko ushizeho ikiganza amazi ahubwo agahita ameneka aza ugakaraba, wakivanaho amazi akava. Ibyo ni ibintu bigenda byongera uburyo bwo gukoresha amazi nko kuri urwo rugero kugira ngo adapfa ubusa. Mbere na mbere amazi ari kutugeraho mu buryo bworoshye, tugikoresha imbaraga nyinshi, ariko noneho turanakoresha iyo dukeneye gusa ntapfa ubusa, kubera ko turashyiraho ikiganza, hari akantu kariho kabaye program muri computer kumva ko intoki zihageze, kakarekura amazi wenda make ugakaraba, avanaho karekeraho, ibintu nk'ibyo. Revolution rero cyangwa impinduramatwara ya 4 ubu yitwa ngo ni 4th Industrial Revolution ishingiye kuri technology. Ni impinduramatwara nziza mu by'ukuri kuko twese turimo, it's an inclusive revolution actually, ko tuyita. Kuko ziriya zindi za mbere hari ibyo zasabaga, niba ari imbaraga birasaba ibyo twita nka charbon, utazifite mu butaka bwe ngo azicukura zikoreshe bikaba byamugora. Ariko uyu munsi iyi mpinduramatwara ishingiye kuri tekinoloji n'ubumenyi gusa, ni mu mutwe. Ni ukuvuga ngo abana bacu turabigisha, tubategure kugira ngo babashe guprograma robotics. Niba ari imirimo yakorwaga mu ruganda n'abantu benshi, ahubwo haza imashini ibikora vuba vuba kubera ko bagize ubwo bumenyi. Ubwo bumenyi rero
kubera ko ari abari cyangwa bitewe na situations ari. So muri aka kanya rero kugira ngo tumaze kubasobanurira igikorwa, tumaze kubasobanurira umurongo wacyo, tumaze kubasobanurira icyo twifuza kugeraho, ndagira ngo noneho twinjire mu mwanya nyawo wo kuganira ku cyo bifasha n'umusaruro wo gukoresha ikoranabuhanga mu myigishirize. Aka kanya rero tugiye kugaharira abanyeshuri n'abarimu kugira ngo babibwire ubwabo ese byababaye iki, byabafashije iki, bihindura iki, kugira ngo natwe tubyumve twumva abagenerwabikorwa babyo icyo bibareba n'abagejeje. Nyuma yaho turaza kugira umwanya wo gufata akaruhuko gatoya, then tuze kugaruka noneho tuganira kuvuga ngo ese umurongo turawubona, icyo twifuza turakibona, intumbero dufite twese n'imwe n'icyo twifuza kugeraho, ariko inzitizi twahura nazo n'izihe? Ese twabibuza mu buhe buryo kugira ngo bigerweho kandi bigerweho neza kandi vuba ntawe bisize inyuma? Tuzongera ngo nsabe rero abanyeshuri badufashe, tugiye guhera kuri video iri bubereke ubuhamya bw'abanyeshuri n'abarimu ba Agahozo-Shalom, ndetse nirangira nakira ikipe y'abarimu ba Agahozo Academy nabo baza kubaganiriza ku cyo gukoresha ikoranabuhanga mu myigishirize n'imyigire by'abanyeshuri. Murakoze cyane.
I'm a student from Math, Economics and Geography. Before COVID-19, it was not easy for studying, because we didn't have access on using some ICT tools. But after COVID-19, schools have discovered that one of the things that could help us to boost our grades is using ICT. ICT helped me to boost my grade through doing research of the works that teacher have assigned us to. I'm a student from Math, Economics and Geography. Before COVID-19, it was not easy for studying, because we didn't have access on using some ICT tools. But after COVID-19, schools have discovered that one of the things that could help us to boost our grades is using ICT. ICT helped me to boost my grade through doing research of the works that teacher have assigned us to do. And this also helped me to do PowerPoint presentation and also Microsoft Word, where I would use my time by learning different things which related to ICT.
My name is Mujamana Sifa, a senior 5 student in Mathematics, Economics and Geography. Through the research that I made on computers has helped me to increase my grades in class. Even it has made easy for me to learn because teacher gave us some homeworks that we didn't see on some topics, and I get the ability to research on it. Again, ICT has boosted my presentation and PowerPoint skills through doing PowerPoints of different topics that we haven't learned yet.
Thank you. My name is Giraneza Josiane. I'm senior 5 student from Mathematics, Economics and Computer Science. In the previous time, we used to have access on computer lab in the honor of studying computer, but in these days they have changed because we also access on computer during economics class, during mathematics class, and even others through presentation and even working together as group, like helping one another even to know how to use PowerPoint, Word online. Our marks or our grades has been boosted because of technology and even accessing on how we can do our researches online and even others.
My name is Abai Albertine. I'm a teacher at Rwamagana Family High School. The use of ICT tools, they were really helpful to us as teachers. We used to use those chalkboards whereby we write the notes to the students, but now we use the PowerPoint. We can also use this one note whereby you can send the content to the students, and the students they go through them, and then even they can make their own PowerPoint presentations. Recently, there happened Nyiragongo eruption. The teacher can embed the video from there, they can get it. So it makes this world to be more closer to them.
Hello, I'm Ian Mukasa, a teacher here of biology at Liquidnet Family High School. Using ICT has really changed a lot the way classes look like, because it has been so engaging. Students appear to be more interactive in classes. They appear to be more collaborative, which is something that we would like to see more in them. And we've seen that also actually it has improved their research spirit. And also we want to call upon everyone there to be able to use some of these tools, because it's good to have an engaging class, a class filled with fun, but also where students learn and they can be able to even retain this knowledge as they enjoy their classes.
My name is Niviz Raul, entrepreneurship teacher at Liquidnet Family High School. Before we went for lockdown, I never used to use different tools of ICT. But after being trained on different tools, especially Office 365, I have learned a lot. That's what I even using now. It has been good to use it because I cover the syllabus. When I was teaching, I used to use PowerPoint presentation. Not only that, I have also used Sway. Then, to make it simpler, to make my lesson being more enjoyable, I used to use quizzes or even Quizlet to make my lesson or to connect the previous lesson and the current lesson. So to the side of the learners, they are also coming up with different things, like uploading the videos, like uploading the pictures, so which is also helpful to them.
Research has shown that in all over the world, the best teachers in the world, they have something in common, and that thing is the plan. Every time a teacher is going to teach, that needs to have a well-structured plan. Here I have a lesson plan for a given class, and then the main three parts of the lesson plan, which are introduction, course development, and the conclusion. Then every part is having an ICT tool which is going to help a student to be more engaged and to have fun in every lesson.
My experience in Gashora in terms of technology was incredible. I experienced different things. and my classes become enjoyable due to different platforms that we use, including Noreading, a platform which helps us to become excellent English speakers due to different grammar practices, exercises, and quizzes. We also use Microsoft 365 for the exchange of educational files, in which we get our notes. So teachers don't have to struggle writing notes on the board. They use Outlook, for example, for sending us those notes.
To have fun while they are running and then don't even get bored, because sometimes when you are teaching the science lessons, the science subjects, sometimes students get bored and they can feel sleepy. So that's why this is a tool which is called Quickers, and it can help students now to answer questions, but in a verified way, and then again they get back to the mood of teaching the lesson. So this is the number of questions I have prepared for this Quickers, and then when they are done, you can go back to the rest of the refreshment.
For informative speeches, you need an so that you do what? You grab their attention.
Not only that, but also we do the online quizzes using the Microsoft Forms, and these help our teachers very effectively. We also do not encounter the problem of classes being cut off, because during the COVID-19 we used online classes where we used Google Classroom for notes, for different communications that we had with our teachers. We also use Kahoot, which is also a platform where we answer different questions at the end of the lesson. This Kahoot has enabled also the teachers to mark ours. It's like a marking website where every student is going to answer the questions that she is asked, and at the end of the day, you know how you are performing in class.
Can help students now to just answer questions, but in a verified way.
Ours, it's like a marking website where every student is going to answer the question that she is asked, and at the end of the day, you know how you're performing in class.
So after the presentations, the rest of the document, the students are having everything they might have prepared for them, and then they are entertained with the quickers. So we go now to the conclusion of
distinguished guests, heads of school, DDGs, our trainers present, ladies and gentlemen. So here at the front of you, it's Catherine Abuko Echoku. I am a teacher at Gashora Girls Academy of Science and Technology. I teach English and humanities, and I'm also, yes, that's me. And yes, my name is Catherine Abuko Echoku. I'm a teacher by profession, and also at Gashora Girls, I play a number of roles. The very first role is the current head of department, English and Kinyarwanda, so it's one department under languages. And also I teach English, senior 4 or grade 10, if you like. And also out of class, I am a mentor of Poetry Club and also Young Shakespeare, a writers club. So we do a lot of writing under that club. So those are our beautiful girls, you can see. And also, I would like to take you through my growth of ICT in Gashora. Now, I joined in 2017. But when I joined Gashora, I could not even type. So this kind of typing where you hold your finger and you're even scared of the keyboard. You're fearing to touch the keyboard. And I'm sure most teachers deep in rural Rwanda are like me. But I'm here to testify. So I'm a testimony that you can grow in ICT and you can conquer education using ICT. So here, you see, I couldn't type. And look, I could only type 9 words a minute. That's terrible. So from research, we saw the fastest typer types about 1,000 plus words in a minute. Now, I was typing 9 words per minute, not letters, but words. So that means I am a woman. Now, that's a sentence. I'm typing only 8 in a minute. Now I have grown. From my time in Gashora, I am grown, and now I can type 20 words per minute. That is good. Now, and thank you. And now also, before, I did not know how to navigate computer. I mean, use internet to navigate, look for credible information, because as a language teacher, we require credible resources. We require credible material. Now, I teach English. We had a presenter here who was talking about life skills and also health. Now, in English, we could look at, we gave an example of pregnancy, early pregnancy. So we would go into looking at the statistics and comparing the different statistics, pregnancy in Malawi and pregnancy in Rwanda, and comparing those statistics. Now, if you cannot navigate the internet correctly, then chances are high that you may not get enough resources where you can compare your data and then stand and say, yes, I think Rwanda is doing well with monitoring early pregnancies. You cannot compare. If you cannot navigate to get learning material, now we can navigate. We are using Google Scholar. Google Scholar. So our heads of schools are here. Now the thing is, sometimes we need to go beyond just class. And so as we are looking for the resources, they should be very, very credible. Now we are using Google Scholar to get those resources. Initially, my classes were very traditional and extremely boring. Very boring, where students sleep. It is the worst thing for a teacher is to have a class that is not engaged. But with internet, ICT, The students are going to be engaged. It's more interactive and extremely amazing once you have internet. Now, no longer boring. So after our class, we can have a quick assessment of what has happened in class. Now, we assess using Kahoot. It's a fun game, but then fun, and you're also learning. And also, we use plickers, very interesting for assessment, as opposed to you picking the paper and just marking, doing the same marking. And then we have Quizlet, also as an assessment tool. And yes, that's me. That picture was captured in 2019, when we had a training with Team for Tech, an American ICT firm. So from them, I was able to get 2 certificates on ICT training, where we have even designed websites. So for Gashora girls, they have, once they do an assignment, each student has a website where you keep updating what you have done. And then I am given a link, they all send me their links, and then I mark their work through the websites and award them marks. So it's interesting, although challenging for them. But remember, students are supposed to be tested to critically think and also do a little bit challenging tasks. So for them to grow mentally, we are growing in an era where students are very lazy. They're very lazy. An assignment, they'll keep pushing it. But once there's a website, I have the link, and also I'll keep checking the updates and what you have published. So my certifications. So my certification, I have a Microsoft. I'm a Microsoft Certified Educator, MCE, and also I'm a member of the Microsoft Educator community, and I got some certificates from Team for Tech in 2018 and 2019. So this is a clip from what we do. Now for Gashora Girls Academy, we have English. I teach English. Now, we do not have grammar classes. That saves us the time to only focus on writing, which is very critical, and also focus on speaking, because we have 4 language skills that we as teachers must develop, and they should be balanced. Now, instead of me going to class and teaching adverbs and teaching adjectives, parts of speech, I have an online platform where they can study grammar. So it's called Noredink. It's free under Google, but also because Gashora has used it for long, so sometimes they appreciate us and they give us a premium package. Usually it's like a promotion. So they give it to us because we've done a good job. We've been using it, so they give it to us without us paying for maybe 1 month. And so we are able to download the most complicated passages for the girls to read. So we take advantage of the 3 months they give us the premium package, and then we download whatever is premium, and we use it with the girls. Then after that, it's gone because it's paid for. But the rest of it is free. So if you want to study past tense, passive voice, you can simply have the students in that platform, sign them in, and then share the class code with them. They are ready to start. And your work as a teacher is simply to post the work for them. You post it, they do it, and as a teacher, I keep getting notification. So-and-so is challenged with number 2. Can you look into her work? So-and-so is challenged, I keep getting that. But it's online, so they have an online teacher. My work is to supervise and also send assignments for them. And then a little more back. And then here I have the Google Docs. we do a lot of essay writing, and we have won some of the most difficult essay writing competitions, not just in Rwanda, but across East Africa, and also some international essay competitions. That is writing. It's a skill that we pay attention to when we're in Gashora Girls. Now, instead, before I joined Gashora Girls, I would tell them to write the work, type it. After they're done typing, I call the class monitors. Please, can I just print out all your work, and then I mark it as hard copy? That's wasted of resources. You are printing, they are written online, and then you're printing and marking it again. So we decided that, well, we can't do this. Why not adopt the Google Docs? Now, when a student writes, I can mark it online and give comments, so you can see the comment section at the end, and then they keep correcting. Now, I can do this even during holiday, miles away from a student, but I'm marking their work, assessing it miles away. So it's important that we adopt digital education. So for Gashora, sincerely, I'm loving the experience. I have grown as a teacher in education, and I'm still growing. It's not the end. Technology is improving now every time. And so as teachers, we should also be ready to adopt the new technologies. And also, yes, so as I conclude, it's a mindset. Once you accept that the world is revolving through technology, then the teachers will adopt. Because we are glad we have an incredible support system. The admin at Gashora Girls supports us. So we have refresher training courses, which we love, and we are ready to grow with ICT. So as I conclude, please stay safe and healthy while embracing digitalized education. I thank you.
Good morning, everybody here. You know, teachers love talking by moving. I feel like not being static there. My name is Simenta Naftar. I'm a teacher at Gashora Girls Academy of Science and Technology. First slide. First. That is the school I'm talking about. It is a school located between two breezes. You see the land breeze and the sea breeze. In Bugesera, slide 2. That is me. Have I changed it? That is Naftali. I'm a teacher by profession, by choice, and not by circumstance. I'm a geography teacher. I'm aged 43, and I'm very sure my age and experience of 22 years allows me to speak to every head teacher here, because I think we are in the same boat when it comes to experience. I'm married, officially. 2 boys from 1 official wife. That is me. Slide 3. Check when I started teaching. I started teaching in 2008. Head teachers, are we together? I joined Gashora Girls, GIGAST, Gashora Girls Academy of Science and Technology, 2019. This is the 3rd year at Gashora. So, I'm making this introduction for the head teachers not to say that this one is talking from Gashora background. No. 17 years, 17 or 18. 18 years not in Gashora. Because you take Gashora to be an excellent what? School. I was in other schools. I saw a head teacher here who used to give me headache about ICT. Where are you? Venuste, where are you? You are there. Yes, yes. So you see this experience, it's a long journey. That's why I'm going to talk about my journey. But it is now ICT journey. Don't tell me about other things. It's about ICT journey. I think before I go to the next slide, I don't want to speak today like one of those colleagues of mine have come with a team, very genius, very strong master trainers who have been out France, US. For them, when they talk, they feel as if ICT is part of their genes. But for me, what I want to say is my journey locally from here, from a local classroom to a virtual YouTube lesson, from a chalkboard. Venusta, I'm coming back to you. I'm very sorry I misused your chalk. This guy used to count boxes of chalk. I think Reb people were here, Reb helped us, they had brought a very soft chalk, very soft. And me, when I'm writing on a chalkboard, I use energy. The chalk breaks in several pieces. Reb went back, revised it, brought dustless chalk. That's when Mr. Venuste breathed in and out, because he survived me. I was finishing his chalk. I remember one time I taught in holidays. I was writing from senior 1 blackboard, then they follow me in senior 2, senior 3, senior 4, because those places were vacant. The head teacher came and said, who? Because I was also covered with chalk, but I loved the job and I still love it. So, I think what I need to tell you is the journey step by step, and I summarize because Catherine has already talked about some. Next slide. Bring another one. Check. These are slides of comparison. This is when I was at Venosity's place. I painted it, I removed myself. But I am very happy, I have involved myself in the next. Do you see me there? That is a traditional classroom. A teacher-centered classroom, where a teacher learns more than a learner. who has come to learn. You go there, you dictate, you are covered with chalk, you go away, you don't know whether people have understood because there is no practice. And you finish resources. In this part, that's when I joined the Gashora. They say, you will never know how strong you are until being strong is the only chance you are left with. I reached Gashora, I had no choice. I had to be strong because people were projecting, people were finishing syllabus when I'm still on Unit 1. I said, what is this? I invested time. That's why you see me in a smart classroom, competence-based classroom. But before, I was like the other teachers of yours who are reporting today evening. So don't take it for granted that people don't change. If they don't change, we'll change them. But I hope if these people come, we shall sharpen them. They will sit in a soft classroom, competence-based, and become like Naftali there. These are my girls, MPG girls. They are designing, the doctor talked about it, they are designing an ICT application to fight corruption in Rwanda. They designed it and they presented it to Transparent what? Rwanda. So I think these people are working. They are looking for solutions. The other ones are looking for problems. These people are studying problems. These are looking for solutions. So the logic is simple. It is a matter of changing mindset. Those are smart girls. They are designing an app when the other students went home with cram work. So our students, whether in excellent schools or in non-excellent schools, can manage. And today when we receive your teachers, when they go back, I feel to meet them giving the same what? Testimony. Another slide. Do you see me? The first one left is me. I'm teaching in class, but I've not captured my learners. But I was using a marker on a whiteboard, bye-bye chalkboard. On a whiteboard, a projector, a marker, physical lesson. I was there with my learners. Then in this one, very soon I'm going to show you my YouTube channel. I have my personal YouTube channel. But this is a video which I got from one of the videos I uploaded on my channel. Can you play it? 1 second. Volume, it is playing, I think. Volume, we continue. I will leave a link for my YouTube channel. You follow me, you subscribe, and I make business. Okay, it's not working. Volume.
To new friends in the field. For example, if a geography class visits a sugar processing industry or a national park, learner.
What I wanted to say or to show is that it works. It works. And I will say it now. Check my YouTube channel. Is it smart? That is Nafta in the corner. Another one in the corner. I have, because it's not business, I'm helping my classes. It's now 179 subscribers, and is it 13,000? 13,041 views. And in my classes, I teach 42 students. Don't you think I'm helping the nation? I have these views, but students who view my videos, especially in COVID period, me in COVID I was celebrating, I'm very sorry to say, because my learners were following me. Even today, I don't use energy, I save my energy. I have my PowerPoint, I have my notes distributed on every platform. I can even sit home or in faculty and connect wireless on a whiteboard. They go and follow me. When I come to solve questions which they never understood. So we don't want manual teachers. My dream is also to see myself in REP, appearing on RTV, teaching the world. I'm sorry for marketing myself. Another slide. Another one. Continue. It will go. I never sat down at the age of 43. I joined these other young teachers, you will see them, suffered with them, and acquired. Okay, I was accepted as Microsoft Innovative Educator. On that date, that is an evidence. And you think you see, congratulations, Mr. Naftali. That is gone. Go. So I acquired very many badges and certificates under Microsoft Educator Center. There are very many I never wanted to upload all. Continue. There are many. I also have a certificate. This certificate has no boundaries. It is an international certificate for Microsoft. Wherever you go, I can catch up. So in Rwanda, I can be a national trainer. Outside there, I can also fidget to fit. No problem. And I learn more. It is there. Nothing to talk about it. It talks for itself. One time I got a chance of training my fellow teachers. I think it is here. You see, for us with the Agahozo, we are blood friends. We came here and helped their teachers. Did you see students of Agahozo who were giving testimonies? If they were here, they would say you did great. I saw a teacher of Agahozo, that lady, Robert, she's called who? That girl loved us most. Because you heard the words, I can't repeat her words. And unfortunately, she asked me for my soft notes. I refused. I wanted her to work for hers. I'm not selfish. This is another picture where we are training. Okay, Catherine talks about it. She talked about all. These are the platforms I use. You think there are few? Very many. We use all these at GIGAST. And you can also use them in your schools, head teachers, because I said we are in the same age bracket. These people have positivos in their labs. Very many. Very many, but what is lacking is positive what? Mindset. But you have materials, even where I left them there, but the philosophy was not for ICT. So when you go home, remove the dust on Postivo. You have 4G Haino. Connect, use these platforms for evaluation, for assessment, for uploading your materials, etc. Scroll, Benja. These ones, they talked about them. I also use them. Another slide. Thank you very much.
Barakoze cyane. Barakoze cyane abarimu n'abanyeshuri badusangije ku rugendo rwabo mu bijyanye no gukoresha ikoranabuhanga mu kwigisha no kwiga. So muri aka kanya rero, yes, so muri aka kanya nk'uko twari twabivuze rero tugiye gufata akanya ka break. Team ya protocole irabakirira hanze hariya, ni minota mike cyane, minota 10, abantu bagira icyo bafata, then tugarukemo hano twinjire muri ya session twavuze yo kuganira ku mbogamizi n'inzitizi kugira ngo twese tubashe kugera ku byo twabonye. So nagira ngo mbasabe twihuse, hakurya hariya barabakira, mugire icyo mufata, then mugaruke mwicare, turaganiramo hano iminota mikeya, hanyuma nyuma y'iyo minota 10 turatangira icyo gice cya kabiri, ari nacyo turi buze gusorezaho. Murakoze cyane. muraza kubona ahanditse urwego babasaba hari abagikeneye urinjira kuri pe
wa Habiyambere Theophile ndi umuyobozi wungirije wa Gashora Girls Academy ni nanjye watangije urugendo rwa ICT muri Gashora mfatanyije na timu y'abarimu mwabonye ndetse n'abandi mutabonye ariko bazadufasha guhugura abarimu twavuze mu gihe cy'imyaka 3 mu by'ukuri murakoze cyane turifuza gutumira Mukamwezi Janvier ni head teacher wa groupe scolaire Gihorwe tubahaye ikaze Janvier by'umwihariko turifuza gutumira Dr. Christy bazi ikibazo hanyuma abari buri wese akagira uruhare mu gutanga ibisubizo biganisha ku iterambere rya ICT mu mashuri yacu araza kubyandika quelque part aze kudufasha mu gusubiza ibijyanye na ICT infrastructures kuko nkuko yabituganije mu kiganiro yaduhaye kare hari ibyo REB yakoze hari n'ibyo iteganya gukora araza kudufasha kuri icyo ngicyo hari ikijyanye na the same negative mindset tube turekeye aho ngaho ibintu bitatu bikubiye mu byo twabashije gusubiza infrastructures twabonye ikijyanye n'icyongereza as a medium of instruction and then teachers resistance to change mbere uko dukomeza rero twasaba Dr. Christine akatubwira muri make ku bijyanye na ICT infrastructures murakoze
akayipresenta hariya abana bazaba bayireba bazanamenya ubutumwa ashaka gutanga niba agiye kwigisha ibigendanye no ku ikarita y'isi mwahoze mureba wa mwarimu watwerekaga ibishushanyije ku kibaho bidasomeka neza ndetse n'ikarita noneho iri digital ivuye mu buryo bw'ikoranabuhanga bya bindi biri mu ikoranabuhanga n'umwana ashobora kubyirebera akanabyivumburira bakanungurana ibitekerezo ngira ngo n'abamureba kino kibazo mu kanya cyari kibajijwe cy'imbogamizi twese tubashije gusangira amakuru kandi muza kureba murasanga benshi tubihuriyeho nyamara nta mwarimu wabishubije ahubwo ni twebwe ubwacu twabyishubirije so ICT rero izatuma abana aribo bavuga cyane kuruta mwarimu utarushoboye kuvuga noneho na mwarimu yigire ku bana nabo bamwigireho murakoze
arakoze cyane DDE Hassan Janvier reka tuvuge ko habaye resistance mu barimu uyobora kubijyanye no gushyira mu bikorwa ikoreshwa rya ICT nk'umuyobozi w'ishuri niki uteganya gukora murakoze
murakoze cyane nk'umuyobozi w'ishuri birumvikana buri mpinduka kose igira resistance ariko inzira cyari icyangombwa uratangira ushobora gutangira ufite abarimu nka 40 muri abo bose siko bose bazagira resistance birumvikana hashobora kuba bacyabagira ariko bose ko bazayigira ntekereza ko yego ni imbogamizi ariko ni imbogamizi itagira ngo ibuze abantu uko byagombye gukora birumvikana harimo abazagira resistance ariko hari n'abazabasha guhinduka bagafasha abandi. Ikindi kandi bigenda bifasha n'urugendo rurerure, inzira cyari ndende ariko nidufatanya twese tuzabigeraho, haba abarimu, haba abayobozi b'ibigo by'amashuri natwe twese muri rusange, habayeho ubufatanye. Nabo ngabo badashobora guhinduka vuba, birumvikana batazahinduka vuba, ariko babandi bahindutse mbere bazagenda babafasha, kandi ikindi bazagenda babona ibyiza. Buri ikintu cyose utari wakijyamo ushobora kutabona ibyiza birimo, ariko na wa mwarimu wari ugifite resistance agikoresha ibintu bya kera akabona bagenzi be batangiye gukoresha ikoranabuhanga mu burezi mu buryo butandukanye, bari kwiyorohereza akazi, wakiri mu bintu bikiri kumurushya cyangwa se bikiri kumunaniza, azabona ko ari ngombwa kugira ngo yigane abandi. Bityo rero igihe kizagenda kiduhindura, uzabona usige mu bintu byawe wenyine wibaza nawe ibyo urimo, asigaye uvuga uti nanjye ngomba guhinduka nkegera ngakorana n'abandi. Ntekereza ko rero dukurikije igihe dufite nuko tuzagenda tubikora bazahinduka, ntabwo twavuga ko bose batazahinduka, bazahinduka kandi ntabwo bazahindukira rimwe, ni inzira ndende ariko dufatanyije tuzayigeraho kandi tuzabishobora. Murakoze cyane.
Urakoze Janvier. Reka tujye ku kibazo cya kabiri. Ibyo ari byose mu mashuri yacu ntabwo tugiye guhera kuri zero. Hari ibyo REB yakoze, hari n'iby'amashuri yakoze, ndakeka ko hari amahirwe dufite. Ese na yahe mahirwe mwumva dufite mu mashuri yacu tuyobora uyu munsi? Because I don't think we are starting from scratch. There is what we have so far. What are the opportunities available for us? Ngo birashimishije cyane. Urabona smart classrooms are available. This is something we have to be proud of. Kuba tuzifite. Few ICT tools are available. Ntabwo yigeze avuga ko ntazo. Zirahari nubwo ari nke ariko zirahari. Ayo ni amahirwe. Wenda teacher resistance katwe tuyikuyemo kuko ntabwo nahita amahirwe cyane kuri iki kibazo. Teachers are eager to learn. Birashimishije. Kuko burya Catherine yageze kubivuga, the world is evolving. The world is dynamic. Ntabwo dukwiye kwicara ngo twumve ko twageze iyo tujya. Ni amahirwe adasanzwe kuba barimo bacu bifuza kwiga. Resilience, computer, internet. Some schools have laptops. We have machines are available. Some smart classrooms are equipped. Some ICT tools. Twese turagenda tugaruka ku kintu kimwe cyo kuba dufite smart classrooms ndetse na computers ziri available nubwo zaba ari nkeya, ariko aya ni amahirwe. Ikibazo ndi bubaze Dr. Christine, amahirwe turayafite. Ese haba hari ingamba REB ifite na Mineduc zo gukomeza kongera ibikoresho mu mashuri, cyane cyane aya duteganya gukorana nayo? Murakoze cyane.
Murakoze. By'umwihariko ndahera ku mashuri ari muri no programme, iyo afite izo tools nicyo kintu cya mbere twarebye kugira ngo ahugurwe ku bintu afite. Icya kabiri ku bijyanye noneho no kubona izi tools mu mashuri yose muri rusange, ni gahunda ya leta, niko kazi kacu. Mu igenamigambi dukora rya buri mwaka duteganya ingengo y'imari yo kubona ICT tools z'amashuri. Si nibyo gusa, mu igenamigambi navuga rirerireho gato rijyanye na NST1 twifuzaga kugera ku mashuri yose, ni ukuvuga ngo muri 2024, ariko kandi n'abafatanyabikorwa turi gufatanya muri iki gihe muri ICT in education, kugira ngo ahenshi mwagiye mubibona ICT tools ziza, hari iziba ziturutse mu ngengo y'imari y'igihugu ndetse no mu ngengo y'imari ubwo yabo bafatanyabikorwa. Kugira ngo minsi ishize mwagiye mubona VVOB, mubona Somumenye, ndumva n'abandi, Profituro muri World Vision, n'abandi. Ni intego yacu rero kugira ngo tugere ku mashuri yose. Murakoze.
Murakoze cyane Dr. Christine, kandi tunabashimira imbaraga mushyira mu guha ibikoresho amashuri. Turabizi ko igihugu cyacu kidafite byose ariko mu bushobozi buke buhari ibyo mukora turabishima ku buryo bugaragara. DDE hari ikibazo cyagiye kigaragara mu mashuri ugasanga REB itanze ibikoresho ariko ugasanga aho bigeze ntibikoreshwa. Twagiye tubibona mu bitabo ugasanga ibitabo byagiye ivumbi, izo positives ntizikoreshwa. Umuntu afite iyo computer ariko aracyandika hariya ku kibaho ugasanga icyo yikoresha ni iki, ugasanga ni nko kwandika cyangwa se kohereza email. Murateganya iki cyangwa se mukora iki mu kureba ko ibyo bikoresho byose byatanzwe na REB bikoreshwa mu by'ukuri mu nyungu z'abanyeshuri? Murakoze.
Murakoze. Nk'uko mu mwanya nari mbivuzeho, turateganya kongera ubushobozi bw'abarimu babikoresha ndetse n'abayobozi b'amashuri dukoresha uburyo bwo kwigiranaho. Ni ukuvuga ngo turagenda tukareba ishuri ribikoresha neza, hanyuma rya shuri ribikoresha neza tukareba n'irindi ritabikoresha neza tukababaza imbogamizi bafite. Akenshi iyo ufashe rya rindi ritabikoresha ukabageza aho babikoresha neza, cyangwa se ugafata wa mwarimu uri aho bikoreshwa neza agasura bariya akaberekera, basanga barakererewe bahita batangira gushyira mu bikorwa uwo mwanya. Ikindi harimo nanone no kubakangurira kubifata neza, kuko harimo n'ababirangarana ugasanga umutekano wabyo ntucunzwe neza. Dukangurira amashuri kubicunga neza kuko biriya bikoresho ni amafaranga, ni imari ihenze. Abantu bashobora kubyiba bakaba babikoresha uko bidakwiye cyangwa banajya kubigurisha ahandi. Dukorana n'inzego zinyuranye mu micungire yabyo, hari kugira ngo twubake uburinzi bukomeye ku ishuri. Hari inzogera zikunze gukoreshwa mu bigo by'amashuri ku buryo winjira muri smart classroom cyangwa aho bibitswe, umuyobozi w'ishuri akaba yabona message imubwira yuko hari ikitagenda bagakurikirana. Dufite inzego z'umutekano dukorana, abo bose ni abadufasha kubicunga neza mu buryo bwo kugira ngo bibungabungirwe umutekano, naho kubikoresha ugeze imbogamizi dukoresha ubwo buryo nababwiye hejuru usanga babona ko bakererewe kandi ni ibintu biri automatique bahita babikoresha rwose. Murakoze cyane.
Ikibazo cya nyuma mbere uko duha audience umwanya nawe bakabaza, ndakibaza Janvier, abarimu bawe batatu bagiye guhugurwa mu byumweru bibiri bigiye kuza, ni icyo uzakora kugira ngo ubumenyi bahawe busangiza abandi? Murakoze.
Murakoze cyane. Ntekereza ko kuba ni nko kugira amahirwe tukabona abarimu bacu babashe guhugurwa, tuzabafasha kugira ngo bafashe bagenzi babo. Mu magambo make tujya tugira n'ubundi umwanya wo kugira ngo abarimu basangire ku ngingo runaka, ariko ubu ngubu bibaye byiza cyane, habaye ikintu kigezweho cyo kubafasha gusangira ICT mu mashuri cyangwa se no mu bandi masomo batanga. Tuzafasha abarimu bacu kugira ngo babone umwanya uhagije wo guhugura bagenzi babo. Nuvuga ngo abarimu bacu bagiye guhugurwa tuzabashakira umwanya uhagije mu masaha amwe tugira atandukanye, n'ubu tugira amasaha yo kwigiranaho bijyana na bagenzi babo, babafashe kubahugura mu byo nabo babashije kwiga kugira ngo babashe kubigeza abanyeshuri. Muri make icyo tuzakora nk'abayobozi b'amashuri cyangwa se nk'icyo nzakora njyewe ubwanjye ku giti cyanjye, ni ugushyiraho uburyo buhamye cyangwa se gahunda ingenderwaho ifatirwaho kugira ngo abarimu bahuguwe babashe gusangiza abandi barimu batahuguwe ubumenyi bazaba bavanye aha ngaha. Donc ni ukubigira ibyacu, tukabigira ibyacu muri make, kandi tubigira ibyacu n'abarimu nabo bazabigira ibyabo, ndetse n'abanyeshuri nabo bibe ibyabo. Murakoze.
Murakoze cyane. Reka dufate ibibazo bibiri muri audience, murajya kuri telefone zanyu mureba handitse Q&A, hanyuma muhakande ubaza ikibazo akibaze, hanyuma dufate iminota mike cyane pano idufashe gusubiza, hanyuma tujye kuri program ikurikiye.
So kuri ako ka Q&A tuvuze, murareba hejuru hari ibibazo mwasubizaga, iruhande rwaho ni muri ubona ako kantu ka Q&A, question and answer. Nugakanda aho uraba wemerewe kwandika ikibazo icyo ari cyo cyose wifuza kubaza, kirahita kigaragara hano babashe kuba bagisubiza. Mwakoresha indimi zose mwifuza cyangwa uburyo mwabibazamo byose barahita babibona. Murakoze.
Murakoze Ian. Dukoresha iminota mike cyane. ikibazo cya mbere kiravuga ngo how can we help students from rural families to get ICT tools to use when they are at home for their students in the rural areas and the poor families? That's a good question. Ngira ngo mfashije Dr. Christine wenda guphrasing iki kibazo, ndakeka wenda bashaka kuvuga ku kijyanye na ICT divide. Hari abashobora kuaffordinga devices, adashobora kuzaffordinga. Ese hari uburyo REB yateganyije bwo gutuma buri wese ayo mahirwe amugeraho? Murakoze cyane.
Murakoze. Ku kijyanye n'ibikoresho by'ikoranabuhanga ku banyeshuri banakoresha mu rugo, hari gahunda Minisiteri y'Uburezi iri gukoraho kugira ngo igiciro cy'ibikoresho by'ikoranabuhanga kigabanuke, ndetse n'uburyo ushaka kukigura byamworohera wenda yishyure mu bice bice. Iyo gahunda nimara kunoga neza ndibwira ko izafasha abana cyangwa se ababyeyi, ndumva ari wenda bazagurira abana kugira ngo bashe kugurira abana ibikoresho by'ikoranabuhanga bitabahenze mu buryo buboroheye. Murakoze.
Uza kubaza ikibazo cyabajijwe aho kongera kukibaza ajye kuri like akandeho ntiyongeye kucyandika. Arakoze cyane. Ngira ngo uburezi n'ubwa bose, hari amashuri, hari Mineduc, hari REB, ariko hari n'ababyeyi bose n'abafatanya bikorwa. Urugendo turimo rero nk'uko bisobanuye ntabwo ari urw'abantu bamwe. Ni campaign, nk'uko dukora campaign na drop out n'izindi zose zizakomeza gukorwa. Dufite n'amahirwe smartphones zirahari mu baturage hirya no hino, abantu barazikoresha mu bice bitandukanye cashless, so nazo twazikoresha muri ubu buryo. Nk'uko babivuze ni urugendo, ariko hari ikindi kibazo cyabajijwe ngira ngo ni kijyanye na network, kubijyanye na connectivity. Sinzi niba atari kubagora Dr. Christine, hari uturere tumwe na tumwe usanga connectivity ari ikibazo. Ese two twaratekerejweho mu bijyanye no kugira amahirwe mu bijyanye na ICT? Murakoze.
Murakoze. Ku kijyanye na internet mu mashuri, twari tumaze igihe dukoresha umurongo wa Mbps 5, ariko guhera amashuri natangira uwo murongo uzikuba inshuro 3. Ndibwira ko bizaba byiza kurusha uko byari bimeze, kandi ntabwo igiciro kizahinduka. Murakoze.
Murakoze cyane. Reka dushimira abatumirwa bacu, ntabwo umwanya uhagije kuba twasubiza ibibazo byanyu byose cyane, ariko hari icyo nifuza kuvugaho kijyanye na implementation y'iyi program. Nimba mwakurikiye neza muri presentation yakozwe na Atete, hari slide ya nyuma yavuga ku bijyanye na way forward. Mu by'ukuri tuzagerageza, ariko ibyo tuzakora nuko muzaba mudufashije cyane. Abantu bazahugurwa, bazavanga habitwa ICT champions. Tuzakoresha system yitwa buddy system, aho buri shuri rigomba kuduha plan. Ese ni kuwa gatatu amasaha 2 buri cyumweru, abo barimu batatu bagenda bagahugura abana, tukabitangira raporo. Natwe ubwacu tuzagira team izaza gukora sites visits, dukore classroom observations, dutangira raporo. Classroom observations zigamije gutanga technical support. Ikindi tuzakora trainers bazaba connected na trainees. Tuza creating a platform aho gufashanya bizakomeza. Mu by'ukuri nk'uko twabivuze ni urugendo, icyo tubifuzaho ni ubushake no kudufasha muri iki gikorwa, tugafasha abana b'u Rwanda kubona bwa bumenyi twabonye bwo muri 21st century. Mumfashe dushimire abatumirwa bacu kandi murakoze cyane. Imana ho mugisha.
Arakoze cyane Theophile. ndetse n'abatumirwa bacu ku kiganiro tugiranye nabo. Turacyarimo turakira ibibazo mwifuza kubaza, birakomeza byinjire, mwakomeza no kubibaza ababaye bakibifite, turongera kubiteranya tuze kujya tubisharinga n'abagiye batandukanye, tubisangize abadufasha kubisubiza mu nzego zitandukanye no mu myanya itandukanye. Ariko ibibazo tuzakomeza no kubiganiraho mu kiganiro tuzagirana n'abarimu mu mahuriro tuzaba turi kumwe nabo. Ibyo tuzagenda dugarukaho, ibyo dukora byose bikwiriye kuba ari bigendera mu murongo wo gusubiza bimwe muri ibi bibazo kugira ngo tugere kuri rya terambere ry'uburezi twavugaga. So muri aka kanya rero turimo turegereza gusoza gahunda yacu. Ndagira ngo nakire executive w'umurenge wa Rubona. Rubona akaba ariho iwacu, akaba ariho ahangaha muri habakiriye. Tumusabe aze agire nawe icyo atubwira, ndetse aze no kutwakirira umushyitsi mukuru wacu Deje Wareb. Dear Executive, turabakiriye.
Mwaramutse. Ni amahoro. Banyakiriye hano, ariko mbere yuko ntanga ubutumwa mpagarariye umuyobozi w'akarere ka Rwamagana. Ubundi yari buze hano, ariko bibaye ngombwa ko yagize gahunda nyinshi bituma ataboneka, biba ngombwa rero ko muhagararira. Amazina yanjye nitwa Byaruhanga John, akaba ari umunyamabanga nshingwabikorwa w'umurenge wa Rubona nk'uko babwiye. Iri shuri ry'Agahozo-Shalom ryubatse. Mu izina ry'umuyobozi w'akarere rero turagira ngo tubanze tubashimire. Yansabye ko dushimira cyane Minedik REB yemereye Agahozo-Shalom kubaka cyangwa kugira ishuri nka training center, kuko nk'uko Dr. Christine yavuze ko hari abarimu hariya bagaragaje urutonde rwabo bamaze kwiga ibintu bijyanye na ICT, ariko agaragaza ko twabonye contribution y'Agahozo nanone nabo bagiye kongera umubare w'abarimu biga ibintu bijyanye n'ikoranabuhanga. Turabashimiye rero cyane REB ndetse na Minedik, ndetse n'Agahozo kagize initiative yo kubaka iya training center, kuko mu by'ukuri Agahozo gafite contribution nini cyane, ikomeye cyane muri murenge wa Rubona. Basa nkaho bahasanze ari icyaro, ariko kubera izina ry'Agahozo Rubona imaze kumenyekana ahantu hose. Rero natwe biradushimisha, ni ukuri ibikorwa by'Agahozo bakora rwose ni byiza cyane, turabashimiye cyane. Hanyuma nyakubahwa Meya rero yansabye ko nanone nshimira abarimu, nshimira abaje muri training, nshimira ndetse n'abategeye igikorwa bose. Hanyuma adusaba ko nanone ikintu kijyanye n'ikoranabuhanga tugishyira mu ngiro cyane, nk'uko ibihe tugezemo, kuko bisaba ikoranabuhanga cyane. Mu by'ukuri kugeza ubu ngubu umuntu utaramenya ikoranabuhanga icyo ari cyo yaba akiri inyuma cyane, kuko abantu bajya bavuga ngo hari igihe wanga kwiga bitewe n'ibihurimo, hari igihe wanga kwiga kubera ko bisabwa, ariko ukigishwa n'ibihurimo. Ibi bihe bya COVID byatwigishije ibintu byinshi. Ndagira ngo ntange nk'urugero. Hari nk'amashuri, mwese murabizi, hari amashuri ya local government, ya local schools, hakaba na international schools. Ngira ngo murabizi ko abana benshi ba muri local schools basibiye, ariko international schools barimutse bitewe n'ikoranabuhanga. Bamwe bari muri local schools ntabwo bari bazi ikoranabuhanga, ariko international schools bari bazi ikoranabuhanga. Rero bo barimuka, abandi barasibira. Ibyo byose mu by'ukuri ikoranabuhanga igihugu turimo ubu ngubu, ibihe tugezemo, tugomba kubahiriza kwimika ikoranabuhanga cyane. Urundi rugero njya mbireba, ikoranabuhanga cyane cyane risevinga igihe. Ari nk'inama ubundi twajyaga dukora wenda na ba kuroda wenda bajyaga bagira nk'inama muri Isirayeli agatega indege akagenda ariko basigaye yicara akayikorera hano abasevinze umwanya asevinze iyo tike rero mu by'ukuri turagira ngo dusabe abarimu babasha no kwiga ikoranabuhanga niba kabyihererane bonyine nabo ho babigishe kugira ngo nabo bagende babyigisha abandi babyigisha abarimu bagenzi babo babyigishe ndetse n'abanyeshuri babo ntabwo rero twifuza kuzumva ko hari ikigo runaka cyoherejwe hano hanyuma ejo bazajya kureba bagasanga ikigo cye nubwo bohereje editi hano kugira ngo aze yige nawe azajya kwigisha bagasanga ikigo cye kiracyari inyuma mu ikoranabuhanga mu by'ukuri turifuza ko mu bigo 90 muri hano muzaba no mu ba mbere 90 bazaba bafite ikoranabuhanga ryiza ku kigo cyabo turabasabye kuko na nyuma yanyu hazaza abandi 90 ubwo rero turabasaba ko ikoranabuhanga ryimakazwa ku bintu byose haba mu iterambere haba mu mirimo dukora haba n'ahariho hose bose turabasaba ko ikintu cyitwa ikoranabuhanga kimakazwa cyane rero ntabwo ndibuze kuvuga ibintu byinshi gusa nagira ngo mbashimire cyane bishimire umushyitsi mukuru waje muri iki gikorwa yataye akazi kenshi ariko ibingibi bitwereka ko baba babihaye agaciro kuva i Kigali akaza i Rwanda gutangiza iki gikorwa rwose n'ukuri mushyitsi mukuru turabashimiye cyane kandi turagira ngo mudushimire n'abandi bayobozi baba bafashe iki gitekerezo bakemera ko gikorwa nsoza rero ndagira ngo nshimire cyane nsabe umushyitsi mukuru bishoboka aze hano imbere kuko bari basabye ko tumwakira kugira ngo atugeze ijambo nyamukuru aze tubeze umwanya atugeze ijambo nyamukuru yadupfunyikiye kuri uyu munsi murakoze cyane
Dear Executive Secretary of Rwanda, dear Head of Department of ICT in REB, dear Director of Education at district level, Executive Director of Agahozo Youth Village, and Gashora, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to be with you today at this launch of Educational Resilience Program at Agahozo-Shalom Youth Village. It is my great honor for me to deliver a keynote speech at this very important launch of educational resilience. The government of Rwanda has put much emphasis in strengthening the quality of relevance of educational and to better prepare students to meet the requirements of the diverse labor market demands through training teachers, enhanced teaching pedagogy on lesson delivery that links classroom learning with the local environment. The curriculum framework incorporates teachers' capacity building that includes continuous professional development, in school leadership, management, improvement planning, coaching, and mentoring. The Ministry of Education, with its affiliated institutions, including Rwanda Basic Education Board, recognizes the significance of STEM in education and subsequently increased effort toward digitizing teaching and learning materials. The revised curriculum places STEM education as an important pillar of our educational system. It underpins building knowledge-based and technology-led economy through well-adjusted STEM and information and communication technology, ICT, allowing the utilization of ICT and other technologies to promote transferable skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted the teaching and the learning process, and with the help of technology, we have ensured learning continuity. Moving forward, the technology enabled teaching in schools, including education resilience program, will effectively enhance the efficiency of student and teacher interaction and teaching pedagogy. It is in this regard that I wish to extend my gratitude to district leadership, development partners, and to all stakeholders for the partnership in improving inclusive education, including supporting disadvantaged children. I cannot conclude without sending warm appreciations to Agahozo-Shalom Youth Village, Gashora Girls Academy of Science and Technology, heads of school, MasterCard Foundation, among other stakeholders who continuously help the young people acquire the skills and the confidence they need to change the Africa we want. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, sincerely hope that the launch for educational resilience today has provided us with useful insights to contribute to more resilient secondary education in Rwanda. I take this opportunity to officially launch this educational resilience program. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nelson. Thank you so much to all the partners, all the district's directors of education, heads of schools, head teachers, and other representatives of the education sector in Rwanda. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with us this morning. Nkuko twabibabwiye rero, gahunda y'uyu munsi tukaba dusa nk'abagiye kugera ku musozo, ariko mbere ko dusoza ndagira ngo nze gusaba Theophile atari intambwe ababwire akantu ka nyuma turi bwifuze gukora. Nyuma y'aha turasangira amafunguro ya saa sita twitegura kugira ngo mu kanya dutahe. ariko nk'uko twabivuze muri aya masaha nyuma ya saa sita turakira abarimu baturutse mu bigo by'amashuri mwaje muhagarariye. Ntabwo ari byose, ariko iyi round turakira abarimu 90 baturutse mu mashuri 30. Hanyuma mu byumweru biri imbere tuzakira abandi 90 nabo baturutse muri bya bindi 30 bisigaye bihurizwe hamwe bya bigo by'amashuri 60 dufite hano uyu munsi. So nyuma y'aho ngaho nko twabivuze hazakorwa ama field visits ari ba Theophile, ba Lois n'abandi bose bagize iyi kipe. Bazajya basura ibigo by'amashuri, bazajya basura abarimu bahuguye kureba ese babashije kugera kuki, bakeneye iki, imbogamizi bafite n'izihe, ndetse no kuba babafasha mu kuba bagira uburyo bahugura n'abandi bari ku bigo by'amashuri aho bazaba bari. So bazakora izo field visits, bazabageraho hirya no hino. Nk'uko twabivuze, iki ni igikorwa cy'imyaka 2 tuzakomeza gukorana, dukomeze kugenda muri urwo rugendo rwose, kandi nkeka ko aha ariho duhereye. So ndagira ngo mpe umwanya Theophile ababwire akantu gato twifuza kuba twakora, hanyuma nyuma ye protocol team irabakira ku meza dutegura kuba mu kanya turi butahe. Murakoze cyane.
Arakoze Ian. Ngira ngo nakantu gatoya cyane. Uyu munsi twagiranye igihango gikomeye, ariko burya igihango kirangwa n'amasezerano kugira ngo twese tuzabashe kubyubahiriza. Ni ka form twateguye twakise Educational Resilience Program Consent Form. Nako muri buze kudusinyira mugaragaza ko muzadufasha gukurikirana abarimo 3 igihe bazaba bavuye mu mahugurwa, mugashyiraho plan y'uko ubumenyi bazabusangiza abagenzi babo, ndetse tukazakomeza gukorana uburyo tuzakomeza kubakurikirana. Karavuga ngo this official consent made on August 23rd, 2021 by names. You're going to fill your names in the space provided. Then, who consents to implement the integration of ICT, acquired skills, and life skills in teaching and learning in his or her school. The consenter agrees to establish clear plan for a successful integration of ICT in teaching and learning in classrooms, development of digital contents, lesson PowerPoint, presentations, notes, etc., and escalating this program to the rest of the team at his or her school. The consenter accepts to work with the ICT champions to transcend the acquired skills and use guide to the rest of the teachers. He or she will establish a clear roadmap for adoption in classes progressively. This consent has been read and fully understood by the undersigned and has been explained to me. Thank you. So ntabwo bisaba ibintu byinshi no gusinya mushizemwe amazina yanyu n'ay'ikigo ubundi mukadusubiza abashinzwe protocol. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So barimo barazitanga kuba bafite ikibazo cyangwa icyo bifuza kuyisobanuzaho. Theophile arahari araza kubafasha kuyinyuramo, nta mushobora kuyuzuza ubu nk'uko mwanabikora right after lunch. Icy'ingenzi nuko bazibona, ariko waba yifuza kugira icyo asobanuza we, yes, waba yifuza kugira icyo asobanuza we baza kumufasha. Turagira ngo clarifying izi forms ni z'aba heads of schools cyangwa head of teachers abahagarariye ibigo by'amashuri. DDEs bo ntago bo ari bo zireba, bo n'ubundi nibyo basanzwe bakora, ni inshingano zabo nibisanzwe, ariko turagira ngo gusa aba head teachers, head of school ni consent, ni commitment yo kwemera gukorana natwe, kuko muri iyi launch twabatumiye kugira ngo muze tubaganirize tubereke ibikorwa dufite. Iyi form rero niyo itubwira ko mwemeye gukorana natwe, kuko nibyo twabasabaga guhuza natwe, kwishyira hamwe natwe kugira ngo tugere kuri urwego rw'ibyo twifuza. So murakoze cyane rero, mu gihe mukirimo marazuzuza twaba turimo hano, ariko mu kanya gato musoje turabakira hanze nk'uko nabivuze kugira ngo dusangire amafunguro ya saa sita, then imodoka ziri budutware ziraza kuduta hano mu mwanya uri imbere. Murakoze cyane, mwakoze kubana natwe, ibihe byiza. So ndajyana nababwire, so hari indi form bari bubahe mu kanya, yo ni survey ikishinzwe ikiri budufashe no gukusanya amakuru ku bijyanye na za challenges twavuze na implementation. So abakuru b'ibigo cyangwa abahagarariye ibigo by'amashuri hari ibibazo muri buze kubona muri budufashe kumenya specifically mu kigo cy'amashuri cyanyu ese imbogamizi mufite nizihe, icyo twabafasha n'iki, ibikenewe n'ibihe. So nazo barazibaha mu kanya, zo icyo ziri budufashe no gukusanya amakuru yo kugira ngo uko dufasha mu guhugura abarimu tunakore ibishoboka byose, tunakorane n'abafatanyabikorwa batandukanye kugira ngo na za mbogamizi na challenges twavuga zirimo. So bimwe muri bya bibazo mwanabajije nabyo, niba ari ibirebanye n'ibigo by'amashuri byanyu, mushobora nabyo kuba mwabibarizamo cyangwa mwabikoresha, turaza kuzikusanya nazo kugira ngo uko tuzakorana n'abari mu minsi iri imbere ibyo nabyo tuzabishyire mu byo twigaho. Murakoze cyane.